Hello and welcome to K News. This is Hardik Trivedi. Let's have a look on what is happening in India and in the world. The Australian government says it will offer around 10,000 Hong Kong passport holders currently living in Australia a chance to apply for permanent residence once their current visas expire. Prime Minister Scott Morrison's government believes China's imposition of a new tough national security law on the semi-autonomous territory means pro-democracy supporters may face political persecution. That means that many Hong Kong passport holders may be looking for other destinations to go to, and hence why we have put forward our additional visa options for them. Acting Immigration Minister Alan Tudge told on Sunday. In order to obtain permanent residency, applicants would still have to pass the character test, the national security test and the like, Tudge said. So it's not automatic, but it's certainly an easier pathway to permanent residency, and of course once you are a permanent, then there is a pathway to citizenship. If people are genuinely persecuted and they can prove that case, then they can apply for one of our humanitarian visas in any case. Morrison announced last week Australia suspended its extradition treaty with Hong Kong and extended visas for Hong Kong residents from 2 to 5 years. A long-expected upturn in US coronavirus deaths has begun, driven by fatalities in states in South and West, according to data on the pandemic. The number of deaths per day from the virus had been falling for months and even remained down, as states like Florida and Texas saw explosions in cases and hospitalizations, and reported daily US infections broke records several times in recent days. Scientists warned it wouldn't last. A coronavirus death, when it occurs, typically comes several weeks after a person is first infected, and experts predicted states that saw increases in cases and hospitalizations would at some point see deaths rise too. Now that is happening. According to an Associated Press analysis of data from Johns Hopkins University, the 7-day rolling average for daily reported deaths in the US has increased from 578 2 weeks ago to 664 on July 10, still well below the heights hit in April. Daily reported deaths increased in 27 states over that time period, but the majority of those states are averaging under 15 new deaths per day. A smaller group of states has been driving the nationwide increase in deaths. A 5.1 magnitude earthquake on Sunday jolted China's North Hebei province Tangshan city, according to officials. Strong tremors were felt in the nearby regions including Beijing, the state-run Xinhua news agency reported. The epicenter of the quake, which struck Gue district at 6:38 am local time, was monitored at 39.78 degrees north latitude and 118.44 degrees east longitude, the China Earthquake Network Center said. The quake struck at a depth of 10 kilometers, the CENC said. A second tremor with 2.2 magnitude hit the district again at 7 am. No casualties have been reported, the report said. Firefighters have been dispatched to the district. The railway department immediately launched the emergency plan to suspend passenger trains passing through the area and is organizing a comprehensive inspection of railway equipment and facilities. A 7.8 magnitude quake had jolted Tangshan in 1976, killing more than 240,000 people. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi on Sunday again attacked the government over the Ladakh face-off and asked what happened that China took away India's land when Prime Minister Narendra Modi is at the helm. He also tagged a news report quoting a defense expert, alleging that the government is misleading the media on the Chinese disengagement along the LAC and that disengagement at the Galwan Valley is disadvantageous to India. What has happened that under Modi ji's rule, China took away Mother India's sacred land? He asked in a tweet in Hindi. Gandhi has been attacking Modi and his government on the standoff in Ladakh and has accused the Prime Minister of surrendering India's land to China. The Indian and Chinese armies are locked in a bitter standoff in multiple locations in eastern Ladakh for the last 8 weeks. The tension escalated manifold after the Galwan Valley clashes on June 15, in which 20 Indian Army personnel were killed. 12 buildings of the Jharkhand Forest Department were blown up by suspected Maoists in West Singhbhum district, police said on Sunday. According to Superintendent of Police Indrajit Maratha, a group of armed Maoists had barged into the buildings in Barkela forest area Saturday night and asked all staffers to vacate the premises. Several employees were also beaten up by the miscreants and warned of consequences if they informed the police. The Naxalites then blew up the buildings located one after another in the forested area with improvised explosive devices, Maratha said. Preliminary investigation showed that the Maoists had also felled trees in the forest to prepare a route which they would have possibly used to attack the security forces, the SP said. A massive search operation is underway in the forest and more details will be available after further investigation, he added. Focused and coordinated steps taken in tandem by the centre along with the states and UTs through a whole of government approach bolstered by effective clinical management of COVID-19 after early detection and timely diagnosis has led to a consistent increase in the recovered cases. In the last 24 hours, a total of 19,235 were cured of COVID-19. This has resulted in the cumulative total number of recovered cases among COVID-19 patients rising to 5,34,620 today. The recovery rate has presently improved to 62.93%. As more people are recovering due to all-around efforts, the recovered cases exceed active cases by 2,42,000. Medical attention is being provided to all the 2,92,000 active cases. The present health infrastructure dedicated to providing medical attention to the COVID affected includes 1,370 dedicated COVID hospitals, 3,062 dedicated COVID health centers and 10,334 COVID care centers. For the successful operation of these facilities, the center has so far provided 122 lakhs of PPE kits, 223 lakhs and 95 masks and 21,685 ventilators have been delivered to various states, UTs and central institutions. The Rajasthan Congress today claimed they stand together behind Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, denying the day-long crisis in the party seen to have been triggered by Deputy Chief Minister Sachin Pilot, who is camping in Delhi. The Congress stands united, said the party at a press conference in Jaipur, where 3 MLAs who visited Delhi yesterday and is seen as part of the Sachin Pilot camp also appeared. One of them, Rohit Bohra, had earlier told that his visit to Delhi was personal, and it was there that he met with the other two MLAs, who also had their own errands to run. The MLAs who had gone to Delhi yesterday were back in Jaipur by this afternoon. Mr. Pilot, who lost the race of the chief ministership to veteran Ashok Gehlot in 2018, is believed to have been in talks with the BJP since before the lockdown. The BJP is not ready to offer him the chief minister's post, as he may not have the support of 30 to 35 MLAs. It might need to form the government in Rajasthan. Mr. Pilot is said to have the support of 19 MLAs, 16 from his own party and 3 independents. A section of leaders maintained Mr. Pilot might split the Congress and form a regional party, a situation that's unlikely to offer any rewards to any rebel who might follow him out of the Congress. The jitters in Rajasthan came 3 months after the Congress lost Jyotiraditya Scindia and Madhya Pradesh to the BJP, a fallout of a tussle between the party's old guard and the new. Mr. Pilot has been left upset by a letter asking him to appear for questioning by the SOG in an investigation related to the horse trading claim. The Chief Minister has pointed out that he and Party Chief Whip Mahesh Joshi, who filed the complaint, have also received summons for questioning. Soldiers of China's People Liberation Army and Indian Army have moved back at least 600 meters from the 4 friction points in East Ladakh, where they were in an eyeball-to-eyeball confrontation. People familiar with the developments told after an on-ground verification by the army. The PLA soldiers, who had maintained an aggressive posture, have also taken a step back at other locations along the 1,597 kilometers line of actual control in the western sector. Initial reports had indicated that the PLA troops had moved 1.5 kilometers from the standoff point. Military officials said this implied that there was no buffer zone. All we have done is that both sides have withdrawn to rear positions so that no accident or flare-up take place, a senior military commander said. It was in the context that External Affairs Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar on Saturday described the disengagement and de-escalation process with China as work in progress. Jaishankar said the process had been mutually agreed upon and just commenced. At Pangong TSO, the Chinese PLA has withdrawn from Finger 4 relief, but some troops on both sides are still sitting on the ridge line above it. Troops are also in close proximity at the Deep Sung Plains area, but the broad indications are that both sides want to end the impasse. The senior military commander said the Chinese People's Liberation Army is dismantling structures and moving vehicles back at the standoff points in daylight to maintain transparency. It also wants Indian troops to move back the same distance, as there is a trust deficit between the two sides. It's time for a short break. We'll join you in a short while.
వేసవి అవుతుంది ఫన్ with the cooler number 1. ఇక చేసుకో మోర్ ఫన్ ఉంటే cooler number 1. ఇక don't run from the sun ఉంటే గెంత number 1. दीवाना 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 इतना सुंदर जैसे कोई सपना सुहाना, मैं दीवाना दीवाना
कचारिया टाइल्स, जो देखे वो दीवाना।
Welcome back to K News and thank you for watching. Let's continue the streak of news. Fear of deportation in the middle of global crisis, unpaid loans, rising risk of COVID-19 infection, dropping out a semester and the possibility of never being able to return to campus are among the concerns of Indian students in the US after announcement of the new visa regulations. In a move that is expected to adversely impact thousands of Indian students, the US Immigration Authority has announced that foreign students will have to leave the country or risk deportation if their universities switch to online-only classes in this fall semester due to the coronavirus pandemic. While Howard University, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and Johns Hopkins University have filed a lawsuit seeking to revoke the order. Some universities announced their support for the lawsuit. According to a recent report of the Students and Exchange Visitor Program, there were 1,94,566 Indian students enrolled in various academic institutions of the US in January this year. Universities in the US were forced to shift classes online in mid-March in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. Comet C 2020 F3, better known as Neowise, is being talked about a lot lately as it continues to dazzle skywatchers and astronomy buffs with its brilliance. The good news for those of us here in India wanting to observe the comet is that the wait is over. Neowise can be observed in the northwestern sky from July 14, and that too with naked eyes. According to the Deputy Director of Patani Samantha Planetarium in Odisha's Bhubaneswar, from July 14, C 2020 F3 will be clearly visible in the northwestern sky. It will be visible after sunset for around 20 minutes for the next 20 days. People can observe with naked eyes, Dr. Subhendu Patnaik told. Neowise, which was visible in the hour before dawn sky till about the middle of the month, can be best viewed as an evening object from mid-July onwards, according to NASA. A far better viewing perspective will be available in the evening sky starting around July 14, when it will appear low in the northwest sky 20 degrees from the horizon for around 20 minutes. In the evening to follow, the comet will rapidly climb higher in the sky and will be visible for a longer period, said Dr. Patnaik. He recommended a pair of binoculars to have a better viewing experience. Patidar leader Hardik Patel was appointed the new working president of the Gujarat Pradesh Congress Committee on Saturday. Congress president has approved the proposal of the appointment of Hardik Patel as the working president of Gujarat Pradesh Congress Committee with immediate effect. An official communication from the party said Mr. Patel rose to prominence when he led an agitation by the Patidar community in 2015, demanding that the community should get benefits of the quota for backward castes. He joined the Congress on March 12, 2019, but did not contest the Lok Sabha election that year due to his conviction in the case. Ahead of his joining, he had expressed his desire to contest from the Jamnagar Lok Sabha seat. Hardik Patel's outfit Patidar Anamat Andolan Samiti, which was the forefront of agitation for reservation benefit in government jobs and college admissions, had declared its support to the Congress party in the local body elections in 2015 and Gujarat Assembly polls in 2017, giving a tough competition to the BJP. An independent one-member commission will investigate the death of Vikas Dubey, the Uttar Pradesh gangster who was shot dead last week as he tried to escape police custody following a car accident. The commission will be headed by a retired judge and will submit a report within 2 months, the Uttar Pradesh government said Sunday afternoon. On Saturday, the government also set up a SIT to probe Dubey's rise to notoriety. The SIT was, however, not tasked with probing events surrounding his death. It will consist of a senior IAS officer and 2 cops and has been directed to submit its report by July 31. Several questions have emerged over the police's version of events that led to Vikas Dubey's death. Videos and witness accounts have underlined the questions that so far have no answers from the police. Police said Vikas Dubey, who was being transported to Kanpur after his arrest in neighboring Madhya Pradesh, tried to escape after the vehicle he was in met with an accident. In their statement, the cops said they tried to get him to surrender, but he fired at them, forcing them to retaliate. The police had to fire back in self-defense. Among the questions being asked are why the car Vikas Dubey was being transported in was switched and why a dangerous criminal was not handcuffed. Diesel price in the national capital on Sunday inched towards the rupees 81 per litre. Diesel price on Sunday was increased by 16 paise per litre according to a price notification of state-owned oil marketing companies. This took the retail selling price to rupees 80.94 per litre. In the national capital, the highest ever. There was no change in petrol price for almost 2 weeks and it continues to be priced at rupees 80.43 per litre. Rates vary from state to state depending on the incidence of local sales tax or VAT. While diesel price was last revised on June 7, petrol rates were last changed on June 29. In the last 5 weeks, diesel price has increased on 24 occasions, while petrol have risen 21 times. The cumulative increase since the oil companies started the cycle on June 7 totals to rupees 9.17 for petrol and rupees 11.55 for diesel. In Mumbai, petrol is priced at rupees 87.19, unchanged since June 29, while diesel rate was hiked to rupees 79.17 a litre from rupees 79.05. Biocon has received regulatory approval for its drug itolizumab to be used on coronavirus infected patients suffering from moderate to severe respiratory distress, the biopharmaceutical company said in a statement on Saturday. The drug, which is also used to cure the skin disease psoriasis, was cleared by the Drug Controller General of India for usage in the country. The randomized control trial indicated that all the patients treated with itolizumab responded positively and recovered, said Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, the firm's executive chairperson. The control group, which did not receive itolizumab, unfortunately suffered deaths, she said, adding that the first-in-class drug will save lives and help reduce the mortality rate in the country. Clinical studies involving the drug are being closely watched as nations look for treatments for the disease that has infected over 8,20,000 people and killed over 22,000 in India. Drug regulator DGCI earlier this month approved pharmaceutical firm Zydus Cadila to start phase 1 and phase 2 for human clinical trials of its COVID-19 vaccine. Hyderabad-based Bharat Biotech's Covaxin has also been approved for trials. The Congress has sent its senior leaders Ajay Maken and Randeep Surjewala as central observers to Jaipur to avert a crisis as it facts factionalism in Rajasthan. The two leaders, along with the party general secretary in charge of Rajasthan Congress, Avinash Pandey, will be reaching Jaipur this evening and will hold discussions with party MLAs, sources said. Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot has summoned a meeting tonight of Congress MLAs. The sources said that around 19 Congress MLAs are said to be siding with Deputy Chief Minister Sachin Pilot and are incommunicable. The Congress is trying to save its government, which faces a rebellion from within. Pilot is miffed with Gehlot over the notice sent to him by the state police investigating the alleged horse trading of Congress MLAs. The Chief Minister has blamed the BJP for trying to topple his government, a charge the BJP has denied. Hit hard by the coronavirus pandemic, the life insurance sector witnessed an 18.6% drop in the first year premium to rupees 49,335 crore in April. According to a report by Care Ratings, the overall sum assured also declined 12.9% to rupees 8.8 lakh crore in the June 2020 quarter, compared with rupees 10 lakh crore, which was an increase of 17.6% in the corresponding period of the previous year. The sector had been their first year premium declines of 32.6% and 27.9% in April 2020 and May 2020 respectively, the report said, adding that the June 2020 quarter figures are indicative that the sector is moving towards recovery. The life insurance sector continues to report a drop in their first year premium collection as businesses have been severely impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Private sector companies during the first quarter till May 2020 witnessed a fall of 19.2% compared with a growth of 32% in the April-June period of 2019-20. The report said. That's all for now. Keep watching K News. This is Hardik Trivedi taking your leave. Be alert, be positive, be safe.